This guy came up and like put a gun to her and wanted her purse, but she kind of like froze, right? And then he put the gun in my face.
Guys get butthurt about that. People don't want to hear that, man.
Do you even know how to ride a horse? I got in some trouble, skipping school, fights, shootouts, normal kid shit.
Punch someone in the mouth?
Yeah, I took my SATs the first time on LSD. It's not advice.
The woke females of 2023 all of a sudden decided that we're going to take all the men's money.
It's that Kanye West shit. Even Alex Jones and them was scared of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
What was your whole phase as a man?
Dating a bunch of like Puerto Ricans and Dominican girls. I'm sorry, Puerto Rican and Dominican strippers. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Brandon Carter.
What's good, man?
It's gonna be a long one. It's a long table we got here.
What up, man?
What's up, man? It was good. We did your show last night.
Yeah.
Time for round two tonight. Not tonight, today.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. Back at it.
Beautiful Miami, huh?
Yeah, welcome, man. You should have moved here instead of Spain.
Well, it's the funny thing is, we always have this hypothetical conversation. If we have to come back to the States for like some unforeseen circumstance, where would it be?
Yeah.
I always thought it was Texas, but now I'm thinking
it's Miami.
It might be Miami.
Do you even know how to ride a horse?
No,
so Texas not for you, bro. Texas not for you. It's Miami. I moved here almost 2 years ago from Manhattan, and it's been amazing. It's beautiful.
Well, how do you compare it to NYC?
It's like a tropical NYC.
You think it's a similar vibe?
Similar vibe, but like just more with like just. I want to say it's more of a Caribbean influence. However, my experience in NYC, dating a bunch of like Puerto Ricans and Dominican girls. I'm sorry, Puerto Rican and Dominican strippers. It felt super Caribbean in New York as well, except the weather here, the climate is different, right? And it's a similar vibe, man. It's significantly smaller. Like Miami has under 500,000 people in the city of Miami, but New York has like 8 million, right? So that's a big difference.
There's less traffic, yeah.
Yeah, it
less
doesn't
cars
feel.
on the street.
Yeah, it doesn't feel smaller though. I think that's the difference. Like you can't really, at least where I live. Like I live right downtown.
I mean, it's still like a concrete jungle in Miami.
Yeah,
which you don't realize it if you're not from here. Don't come here often.
You just think the beach,
palm trees.
But it's a real city. You know what I'm saying? Like a real city. I couldn't come from Miami to. I was looking at the states with no income tax. I'm like, all right, Texas, Nevada, Wyoming,
New Hampshire.
Yeah, I was like, yo, Miami.
I'm not trying to go
right.
Vegas. Vegas is too hot.
Nah,
so that's why for me it would be Texas or. I'm not going to New Hampshire. It's too cold.
Yeah,
it's Texas or Florida.
I thought about Vegas because my brother lives there, but it's like I don't think human beings aren't meant to live in Vegas.
It doesn't seem like there's that much culture in Vegas. Like you got like the strip, but then outside of that, there's houses, but it doesn't seem like there's that much.
It's not meant for mammals. Like the climate, like they're fighting God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's for reptiles, birds, but it's not meant for mammals. Yeah.
Interesting.
No mammals are indigenous to that region. So maybe coyotes.
So Brandon, it's funny because we've known of each other, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Since like 2014, 2015, which is like right when I was getting started online. Right?
Yeah,
That's
before
when
YouTube.
I was blogging, writing blogs. You were doing, but what was your first YouTube videos? Because I'd seen you on YouTube about that time already.
I had a different channel on YouTube in 2008. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a different channel. I was one of the first people throwing up YouTube videos for fitness. It was like me, Scooby, Elliot Holst, and like a few, and Mike Chang.
I remember all these old videos.
Yeah.
You'd be giving fitness advice. And you just have a hot girl next to you. She'd be standing there. You might grab her, do a few curls with her. But it was always funny because I always watch his videos. I'm like, this motherfucker. He's giving advice. He just got one hot girl standing next to him here.
Yeah, that was part of that was part of the game plan. Like when I started the second channel, the one that I have now, that was part of the game plan because I figured, my audience. I was going after young men, right? And why do young men want to get in shape? Like when I think about business and selling products, it's a lot of people want to sell like the features and the features, right? But what's the benefit? Like why do you want to get in shape? Now it's different reasons for different people and different demographics, right? Like an old man might want to live longer for his kids or some shit, or an old lady might want to. If she got divorced, I mean, who knows why?
But
everyone's
dudes
different.
in their
Dudes,
teens, 20s, and 30s.
Hoes. You know
Hoes.
what I'm saying?
That's how I got started.
Yeah, for sure. And knowing that, I was like, all right, I do these workouts and I get like some bad bitches in the workout videos.
I mean, it worked, right?
Yeah, I mean, and they were just chicks that I knew.
Yeah.
You know, like chicks that I knew, or I would be with my boy, white boy Brian, my best friend. That's his real name. It's not racist, and it's on his birth certificate. White boy Brian.
Oh, white boy Brian.
Yeah, it's not racist. That's his name. Yeah, okay. And anyway, so it was either girls that me or white boy Brian like knew in real life, and we would just have them in the videos. People were like, "Oh, he's Brandon." I remember somebody made a hit piece on me, and he's like, "Oh, he's paying these young girls to be in this video." I'm like, "Nah." Like these are girls I know, and they were asking to be in the videos.
Yeah. I mean, it worked, bro. It worked.
Yeah. We were trying to get the eyeballs, and then I could put them in the thumbnails.
Yep.
You know how that works.
That's the game.
You know how that works.
Game,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But it's you're one of the few people from that era. There's not too many of us who are still consistently making content over all that time, or running businesses based off of the content, right?
Yeah, for sure. You know. Because I didn't get into it to be famous. I got into it to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really care about being famous. In fact, if I didn't have to be famous, that would be better. But it was a form. I knew it was a form of leverage I can use, right? Like the fame, the eyeballs, but I needed to make money, man. My father had just killed himself, and I had to take care of the family. So I had like 4 jobs at the time.
Where were you living at that time?
I was in New York. Okay. I was living in Queens at that time.
You grew up in Chicago.
I grew up in
Southside
Chicago.
Southside
Chicago.
Which is one of the more dangerous places maybe in the world, but definitely in the States, yeah?
Yeah, yo. I mean, my boy Trap Lord Ross came out with a documentary about King Von, right? A rapper from Chicago. And if you watch that documentary, like I lived over there. You know what I'm saying? Like the area he's talking about, yeah, that's home. You know what I'm saying? And it's I got out of it, obviously, but you know, when my father killed himself, he committed suicide. It's like, fuck, now I got to take care of the whole family, and I had to figure shit out. And I knew at first I just got a bunch of different jobs. Like I just started waking up in the morning, 4 a.m., and I would train people because I had been a trainer since I was 17. Right?
Were you like hard working before that, even before that happened, or was that like, fuck, I got to do it now?
It's like I got to do it. It's like a turning point. It's like a fucking superhero or villain origin story. You know what I'm saying? Like your father kills himself. It's like, all right, I got to figure it out. So I started waking up at like 4. Boom, training people in the morning. Then I would work security at the Prada store. Then I would work for a moving company after work.
Now you're wearing the Prada tank.
Yeah, man. You know, I used to be in there thinking, fuck, man, all these people. Yeah. Every time I buy some product, I kind of remember, you know, those struggle days, and it brings me some joy, you know what I'm saying? But I knew like all that working. Oh, and on the weekends, I managed a restaurant and trained people in the morning. So it was like 4 jobs, 12 hours a day for like 2 years because I had to take care of myself and my family, right? I helped my mom I set the goal to move her out of Chicago. I did, you know what I'm saying? Like moved her back where her family is, and I was taking care of her and my grandma because she was my grandma's primary caretaker, but my mom wasn't working, right? She was older, like she was already retired. My dad killed himself, so I had to figure it out, and I had to get some money, and then I read 4 Hour Work Week. I was like, maybe I can take this fitness shit online because nobody was doing online training like in 2008, right? That wasn't a thing, and so I helped pioneer that industry. Like I was one of the people, like I'm not saying it was all me, but I was one of the people on the front lines of that. But I didn't know how to do it. So I read 4 Hour Work Week, and he recommended doing Google ads and shit. And I was like, fuck, I ain't got no money for Google ads. No. Then I also read Crush It by Gary Vee, and he was just talking about social media. And I was like, fuck it, I'll just do that. You know, and that's the origin of this shit, you know. But I needed to make money, and I built a sustainable business off of it. Multiple business off, similar to you. And, you know, instead of having to pay for advertising, I was the advertising. You know, my social media was the advertisement, right? Because there's 3 forms of leverage, right? You got to have money, media, or like super high skills. And I had none of them at the time, except for I had some skills for being a trainer. But I need to build my social media and use that as leverage. And then I was able to build the businesses. So I think the reason we've been able to do it for so long is because we built like real businesses off it, you know, employees and shit. I got like 34 employees. I know you got a bunch of employees. And
so that like when the because the views come and go, right?
Yeah.
Like, this shit's a cycle. Like it cycles up, it cycles down. You're on the trend, you're not on the trend.
Yeah.
But when you have the businesses to sustain, like that's how I see it. If I have the businesses to sustain myself during it, I'm gonna keep doing the content during that time, and then eventually it kind of comes back, goes full circle.
Yeah, and if you were get really good at it, I took some years off of doing the content. There was a time where I was, like I said earlier, I said on my podcast that I feel like you fucked up the game for me. You know what I'm saying? It was you and some other guys who really stepped up the content to the point where I was like, all right, I can't compete with this. I'm just yelling at the fucking webcam, no microphone. And I'm throwing in random B-roll from a phone, from an iPhone or a fucking shitty camera. Or some of my videos, man, some of the like workout videos I did, some of them were high production, but that's just like a small amount of them. But a lot of them were just one shot. Like a workout video. All right, we got to do this workout in one shot. And then I would just throw like timers on it, because I was editing myself. But when I saw the quality that you and the other guys were putting out, I was like, all right, these guys are better than me in this. Let me focus on what I'm good at. And I just focused on business, building my businesses, and actually managed businesses for a lot of popular fitness influencers, like behind the scenes. So I would build their websites. Me and my team would build their websites. I put up the money and run their ads. And so I used my skill set that I had developed to help other people build their businesses, their fitness businesses. Like, because a lot of influencers, they get into it just to be famous, and they don't really know how to monetize it in a way. And I would help them do that, and I made like a lot of money doing that.
I want to go back to your dad killing himself.
Yeah.
After you grew up in Southside Chicago, that would break most people.
Yeah.
That would break most people. Wouldn't be like, I got to get 4 jobs now. Maybe at first. But like, what was the mental framework for that shit? But sometimes like someone loses their girlfriend, not tragically, just like she dumps them.
Yeah.
Or they lose their job, and then they get broke.
Yeah, it was an interesting experience because I was like always a G, and I don't mean that. I don't know no other way to say that, but it was fucked up because I learned that mentality from my dad. He was like my mentor. But then he killed himself, right? So it's like a mind fuck when the person you base your mindset on and your philosophies on quick kills himself. It fucks with your brain.
Yeah, like are these the right philosophies?
Yeah. It honestly made me question everything, like everything that I thought was true about the world because I had learned it from him. He was a G. Like we grew up poor, like super poor. Like one of my first memories is my mom walking me to preschool. And it was still dark outside, Southside Chicago. Like we would like leave the crib at like 6 a.m. because she had to be at work super early. We leave at 6 a.m. as a fucking toddler, and she didn't have a car, so we walked to school in Chicago snow. And this guy came up and like put a gun to her and wanted her purse, but she kind of like froze, right? And then he put the gun in my face and told her to give her the purse. Damn. Right. So I'm just saying that's how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? In a fucking neighborhood where they're robbing toddlers at the fucking break of dawn, But that's because my dad was struggling. They were struggling. He had a business and he was really working hard. I didn't see him a whole lot. He lived with us. He was a great dad, but I didn't see him a whole lot when I was younger because he was working so hard. Then I got in trouble and I got sent away to military school in high school. Just again, I think I said it yesterday, like little shit. I got in some trouble, just skipping school, fights, shootouts, normal kid shit. Yeah. And and I went to military school. By the time I graduated, that's when his business started to take off. But this is after fucking 14, 15 years of struggling. 14, 15 years of struggling. It started taking off when I left the military school. By the time I got out of military school, he was making $3 million a year.
And this when they moved to New York?
No, they never moved to New York. So they were still in Chicago.
So his business really took off.
Yeah. He was making $3 million a year adjusted for inflation, right? This is 2000. This is like the year 2000, 1999, something like around that time. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $8 million a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: success is more dangerous than failure.
What was his business?
He did insurance claims for different companies. Like if a company was doing its insurance for its employees in house, they needed someone to file the claims and shit, And he didn't do any of that. What he did the sales for it. So he was a salesman because he did that for another business. Then he quit and started his own. And he was just good, super good at one of the best salespeople. I ever met. He did all the sales for his business, and I learned sales from him, being around him. Sometimes he would have to take me. I spent every Saturday with him when I was a kid at the office because my mom had to work on Saturdays. So like I would pick up on all this shit, just it's like super good training. But he succeeded. By the time I left college, I went to college, right? By the time I got out of college, he had lost all the money. Like, so I didn't experience any of the wealth. I was gone for all of it, but I knew it happened.
How did he lose it all?
You know what, man? That's what I'm saying. Success is more dangerous than failure, right? Because if you have success, but you don't build up certain habits, certain disciplines, what can happen is you start to indulge in those successes, right? You stop doing the things that got you there.
Yep.
It was a lesson, right? You start indulging in success, whether it's, women, having so much fun, recreation. And he started indulging in the fruits of his labor, and he stopped doing the things that got him there. And then he started gambling like crazy.
So like gambling was like the final straw.
Gambling, man. Yeah. Gambling. And he lost all the money. And then, in 2008, it was the recession, right? The greatest recession since the Depression.
Yeah.
Right. But it started to affect like the smaller businesses earlier. Right. Because that thing, it seems like it happened overnight when Lehman Brothers crashed, but that shit was bubbling under the surface for mad long. And his business, it took a toll on his business, and then he probably could have withstood it if he had been disciplined.
And not gambling.
Not fucking around, doing all this shit. And he probably has some undiagnosed, mental issues, you know what I'm saying? Like I have bipolar 2, right? And I was diagnosed.
What's 2 mean?
2 is different than 1. Like 1 is the shit that, it's like that Kanye West shit, like where you get, it's just more severe.
It's more intense.
It's more
so
severe.
It's like second grade, I don't know. It's
yeah,
like second tier, not as intense.
Exactly. It's not as intense, you know what I'm saying? But like 1 is like a cousin, like bipolar 1 is like a cousin to schizophrenia, you know what I'm saying? Like it can have similar traits, you know?
Does that affect you day to day?
I definitely had multiple bouts of like suicidal thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I was younger, and when I was coming up, but I started studying psychology a lot, right? I read like tons of books on it, and I manage it now without having to take any medication or anything. Like the therapist says, "Oh, you don't need medication. You seem like you have a good hold on it."
You meditate a lot.
Yeah, I meditate twice a day for 20 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Every day without fail. That really helps keep it. As a result, I'm calmer. I've noticed, and I can manage my emotions actually, even with the disease, better than the average person because I have to.
Sure, yeah.
Like they can afford to go all crazy when they're in traffic or something goes wrong. They can afford to flip out, right? But I can't afford to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I had to figure out how to remain calm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But even when things are good.
Yeah. No, of course. No, so I want to get into that. I want to dig into that.
Yeah.
Because I agree. But okay, so your dad, he kills himself.
Yeah.
This is after he's already kind of lost the money.
He lost everything. I didn't experience any of it. Like it's that's a mind fuck too, right? To know it happened, but
you were in the military the whole time.
I was military school. I wasn't in the United States military. Okay. I was in military high school. It was a boarding school that I had to stay.
Like 4 years? Or?
Yeah, 4 years.
So his rise and fall was all within a 4-year period.
No, because it was more like 8 years because I went away to college after that.
Okay. 4 years military school, 4 years college, and then at that point it was gone. And then that's when you were like, okay, I gotta grind these 4 jobs.
Yeah, the only advantage I got out of it was I didn't have any school loans.
So that he was able to pay for that.
Yeah, but it was like by that time he was already fucking up, right? So he would say, "Yo, Brandon, how much is your school?" And every semester, and I'd be like, "It's this much, bro." And he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go to the casino, see if I can get it."
Yeah.
Like he was making all this money, but like still broke. Because making money is different than managing. They're 2 different skill sets.
Yeah.
So I felt like, okay, as soon as I learn how to get some money, I'm gonna learn how to manage it. Even though it looks like I'm fucking blowing money and shit. I'm super serious about my accounting, and all this shit is bought with passive income, all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
So when you're balling out, let's say, and buying like the nice watch, the Prada tank, you say it's all met with passive income.
Yeah.
So how is that different? What do you mean? How's that like?
Okay, for sure. Like it's not money I worked. So like what he would do, other people do, they would make a bunch of money, and they would immediately raise their standard of living, start buying luxuries and shit, right? What I do is like I wanted to buy this watch. Like all the watch nerds will say that, iced out watch you shouldn't buy because it depreciates in value.
How much is this worth?
That shit cost me like $65K. Nothing crazy. It's a steel watch that's iced out. I always just wanted it, so I got it for my 40th birthday. I always just wanted it because, the dope dealers I grew up around would have shit like this. And I just something I always wanted for myself. It doesn't appreciate as well, right? That's what the fucking nerds will tell you. But that only matters if you plan on selling it. I don't. Or it's something I'm gonna keep. So it's like I'll do whatever I want with it.
But you bought that with passive income.
Yeah, so let me explain. So my stock portfolio, right? What I did for this was I sold what's called covered calls against my positions that I have. And when you do that, you get a premium. Right, so they actually pay you to do that, but you get to keep the stock as long as it doesn't hit the number you sold it for. Too complex for me to get into now. Yeah, but I would just use my stock portfolio, and I would use that to make money.
The point is, some of the gains you made from your stock portfolio, that's what you ball out on, rather than like the income from your business.
Exactly.
And that's more saved, invested, or reinvested into the business. Yeah,
I invest half of my personal income into like things that will produce more income, whether it's stocks, real estate, other investment opportunities, like literally half.
So if you have 100% income, we'll call it. Yeah. Maybe after taxes, you have 60% left or something like that.
No. It's like, so I take out the taxes before too, okay. Right? So like
it's 100% after tax income.
Before tax. So this is gonna sound funny. So I split it up into different categories. So 50% goes to savings. Then I have
savings, it's investments.
Investments, right? 5% goes to 5%. It's just I buy stupid shit with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is. Maybe that's a fucking I got a lot of designer clothes. Maybe it's that shit, or maybe it's purses and shit for my girl, or whatever the fuck. 5% of my income, and then I'm living off around 35%, 30 to 35% of my income. That pays my bills. It pay my bills, everything. And the rest of it I put aside for taxes, but I write a lot of shit off.
Yeah, with our businesses, a lot of things are business expenses that maybe for an average person aren't, right?
Yeah.
But for us, because it creates the marketing content that funnels people into our products.
Almost all my meals, like my girl is on as an employee, right? So all my meals all our dinners. We go to fucking Nobu, we go to motherfucking Poppy Steak, we go to Komodo. Hey man, I'm with an employee, man. That's a business expense. Yeah. IRS. So I'm writing off as much shit as possible. Yeah. And if I buy certain shit, if I use it in a video or talk about it in a video to promote it, like this. You can write that shit off. You know what I'm saying? So those are all different accounts.
Yeah.
So I have one account where all the money goes into. And then I don't touch the money in there. There's no debit cards, and like all my money from all the different income sources go into that account. And then maybe once a week.
What the fuck, man? My bad. Let me put this shit on. No, it's on Do Not Disturb. Anyway, continue.
Maybe once a week or bi-weekly, I'll do accounting where I divide up those percentages into different accounts. You know what I'm saying? And then all right, 50% goes for investment.
Yeah,
30%.
You're a bit more disciplined with it. I mean, I think I do a similar thing at the end of the day, but it's not as intentful, which is, I mean, what you're doing is more effective.
Yeah. Again, it's probably like a compensation. I mean, I'm probably compensating because I saw how bad it can get when you're undisciplined with it. With my father, there's no amount of money you can't fuck up. Yeah. Right, $8 million a year. Right, you know what I'm saying?
I think anyone who's made money, you realize that. Once you make more money, it's easier to be like, well, I'm going to put $200K on that car.
Yeah.
Or instead of living in $200K, let's say $2,000 a month apartment, I'm going to get this $7,000 a month apartment just because I can. So like you can, I think a lot of times even your spending habits increase faster than the income.
Yeah. I was hyper aware of that because of my father. So if you watch any of my old videos, like I'm wearing Apple Watch, I'm wearing fucking regular shit, nothing flossy. It wasn't maybe until a few years ago where I had enough I was making enough passive income to start affording to like really ball.
For me, it was, and again, I wasn't as technical with how I did it, but my basic mind plan or my mindset was like, I was still living like I was poor when I was making money until it was at the point where I was looking at my bank account, just the amount of liquid cash I had, and I was like, well, okay, now I can buy, and it wasn't even balling out. Like the first car I bought was, I think, a 35K used Audi, but I was like, and even that at the time, and I had way more to cover. You know, I could have got, even when I was buying our first house, the banker I was working with was like, why don't you get a house that costs like 4 times this much?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to take it slow. You know, I'm not trying to, because I think I've always had a fear of going broke, which is helpful, I guess.
Yeah, no,
it's a good fear to have.
I mean, I have it for sure because I've seen it's like sometimes I'm working so hard. It's not like I'm trying to get more money. It's like I'm outrunning poverty.
But I think also,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll go back to one thing real quick, right? Because when so your back's against the wall, working 4 jobs. There's a lot of people maybe feel in similar situations, right? They're just grinding to get by, basically. Yeah. When did it turn a corner that you were like, I know you saw the social media, you read the Gary Vee book, you're like, okay, I can start putting out some content to like generate an audience. At what point did you see like, oh, I'm actually going to make some money from this? Because there's a lot of people also who even go on that path, right? Who are trying to do we call it the influencer route.
Yeah.
But they don't see that.
Yeah, you know, for me, it was...
So you said you didn't get in it for fame, and I was the same way. I didn't get in it for fame. You got in it to make money. Yeah, and I got in it hoping to make money, but I honestly got in it as a side hustle, just like because I was going to enjoy filming videos. So I didn't get in it for the fame or the money at first.
It was super hard at first because the business side was hard because there wasn't as many helpful like things at the time. Like as far as like there was no ClickFunnels. You know, my first website, I had to like code it with HTML.
Yeah, there wasn't Shopify yet.
Shopify, none of that shit was around.
Maybe old school WordPress, maybe.
Yeah, so like my first one, I was coding it, right? And then, you know, WordPress came out and that was helpful.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And, you know, it was a lot of that. You know, honestly, man, was when I was making some money and I was able to quit one of my jobs.
And that's when you thought,
I quit the moving company, and I was like,
And that was the money you were making there was from what, selling fitness programs, or
it was programs. Yeah, that was the main thing. It was programs, but more online training. Like I was doing online training
now than I'm making from this one of these.
This one of these jobs. I'm like, okay, this is a viable option.
Did you do it like that step by step?
Yeah,
okay,
it was
now I'm making more
step.
money than both of these. Now I'll drop this one.
Yeah. I took it step by step. I'm not one of those guys who can just burn the bridges. Maybe you could do that if you don't have no responsibility. But again, I'm doing
your family's expenses.
That was my whole fucking goal, was to help the family. It wasn't
you were doing this
money for
one
me.
Hand tied behind your back.
Yeah, it wasn't money for me. It was money for the family. You know, I'm gonna answer your question, but it's something that people don't understand about money, and maybe they don't understand it because they haven't seen the downside of things. Right? They haven't experienced real hardship. Like your dad blowing his fucking brains out, right? They haven't seen or growing up super poor, living in a neighborhood like I lived in. So they haven't seen how bad it is. And, you know, they should thank their parents for providing an opportunity.
No, hearing your story right now makes me feel grateful, man. Because I wasn't, when I was quitting my jobs and starting this path, I had saved up enough, and it was my own money that I made, but I didn't have to provide for anyone else. I was paying my rent in a small apartment in Boston, and that was that. And it makes me feel grateful that I had that.
Yeah,
that advantage.
That's beautiful, man. You know, that's beautiful that you have that. That you had that. You know, and I didn't, but I didn't. You know, there's.
But you weren't saying, "Oh, poor me."
That's whole shit. I told you, I've always been a G. I learned that from my dad, even though he kind of failed at life towards the end. You know. He still accomplished a lot, right? And I just took that and I was like, all right, this is a path. So I think I just knew that my dad worked hard for fucking 14, 15 years before he made any significant amount of money, right? So I just knew that consistency was undefeated, right? And in the back of my mind, even though he fucked up, I was like, he fucked up because he took his foot off the gas. And I was like, I just won't do that. You know what I'm saying? And he was super smart, but he didn't go to college. He was just like a street dude who figured something out. He had a GED. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like he put together like 75% of the equation, and you saw the 25%.
Yeah.
But it's true. I think with money, I think it's good to constantly have a fear of going broke, because then I realize, hey, if the businesses aren't, at least if you're not incrementally improving, you're probably going to be like
If you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's life, right? If a tree's not growing, what's it doing, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not growing, you're dying.
You can't just press like freeze and it's like, let's make the same money every month. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly. Even like if you think from a fitness standpoint, there's no such thing as real maintenance, right? You're either catabolic or you're anabolic, right?
Yep.
And if you grow muscle over a year, that means you were more anabolic than you were catabolic. That's all it means, right? There is no such thing as maintenance. It's different levels of.
You can have your income be the same as your expenses, and it could feel like you're maintaining or something. But you don't want your income to be the same as your expenses.
You're still making money and spending money, right? Even if it's the same, you're still making money and spending money. Calories in, calories out, money in, money out, right? It's the same shit. It's the exact same shit. And what I just always try to be more financially anabolic than I am financially catabolic. But what people don't realize, bro, is that money affects everything. It makes your decisions. You think you make your decisions.
You're shameless about money. And I like that's one thing I like about your social media, because most people beat around the bush a little bit who talk about money. And my content's not really about finances. I don't talk too much about money, but like I like your attitude. You own it. Like I like money. I want to make more money. It makes my life better. It makes my family's life better.
Well, listen, it's not even just me, right? It's the fucking Bible, right? Like Ecclesiastes 10:19. It says a feast is made for Mary. A feast is made for Mary. Drinks are made for laughter, but money solves all things. It's the Bible. That's the Lord, baby. You know what I'm saying? And money makes all your decisions, right?
It allows you to make the decision you want. That's how I look at money. Money allows me to make the decision that I actually want to make versus like
compromising.
Versus fuck, man. I got Brandon coming over to this podcast today. We had a little issue with the mics. I was able to go to Best Buy, whatever, drop a K on this thing right here. It's good. It's solved. Yeah. Not, man, we're gonna have to record it on the laptop mic and it's gonna be shit or something. Yeah. It gives you the freedom to be like, we can solve this problem.
I think it just makes your decisions, bro. I think it's more than that. Like how many people go to a job they don't like? Oh man, I can't wait for Friday. You know what I'm saying? Why do they do that? Because they need to make money.
Maybe more, yeah.
Right? If you had more money, person watching this, if you had more money, you would send your kids to better school. If you had more, you don't send your kids to the best school available. You send them to the best one you can afford. Right? Your mom doesn't live in the best fucking house available. You live in the best house you can afford.
You can eat better food quality.
Come on, man.
You can go to the restaurant you want to go to. You guys you want to take a vacation. It's not a stressful thing. It's like we're actually going to go have an enjoyable vacation.
Yeah, you motherfuckers aren't going on the best vacations you available. You're going on the best ones you can afford, right? Yeah. And even me, I look at it. It's like, okay, I flew private before, but if I was really balling, I would prefer to do that. That'd be the only way I fly, right? Mm. Now I fly first class all the time, right? But even it's nice.
This is actually the first time. That's one of those things that, because I'm always afraid of being poor. Yeah. This time we flew from Spain to the U.S. the first time I flew first class, and now I can't go back, man.
You can't go back.
I can't. I already upgraded the flight back. I can't go back.
But here's the thing, right? If you didn't have as much money,
but if I did that earlier, I would have. Shot myself in the foot. Yeah, you
don't want to live above your means, right? Yeah. I live way below my means. I told you, I just explained it. Like 50% of all my money gets invested. So I feel like as long as I do that, I can never go broke. Yeah, right. My dad had told me that when I was younger. He said, "Man," and I was like, "Is that what you do?" He said, "No, I'm telling you to do that because I didn't." Yeah. And this was like on his downfall. Like he gave me a lot of game that I didn't realize later until. That it was, he's giving me warnings because he fucked up. So you can learn from experience is the best teacher, but it doesn't have to be your experience, you know.
Something I really respect about you is you've kept. I think some people maybe they make it into they move locations and they make it into a different tier of success and they kind of change who they are to be like a little bit of a chameleon. Mm. You really own your Southside Chicago like upbringing, and that's who you are. That's Brandon Carter, right? That's who you are. Is that a conscious decision you made, or did that just happen? You know what I'm saying?
It's 100% conscious because, I mean, obviously you grow and you evolve as time goes on, and I don't think exactly the same way at age 40 that I did at age 20, obviously, right? But I know that there's a kid from my neighborhood or neighborhoods that are similar who, I'm telling you, it feels hopeless when you come from those neighborhoods. It feels hopeless. If I didn't see my dad do it, I don't know if I would have believed it. You know what I'm saying? That someone from my neighborhood can do it without being a fucking rapper or a basketball player or some shit like that, or a dope dealer, right? It feels legit hopeless without one of those 3 skill sets.
Yeah.
But because I saw my dad do it, and even though it fucked up and I didn't experience a lot of benefits from it, you know, I was like, okay, it can be done if you work hard, you know, for 15 years straight.
Nah, so that's the other thing people don't see, man, right? And that's the one thing that I think a lot of, I hate using the word influencers, but people like us who make content, a lot of times you have people who shit on you. This is just a wealthy guy, silver spoon in his mouth. Like, it's like, bro, I was grinding at this shit for 10 years before anyone knew anything about me, or you know before I made any money.
I was aware of you before you started YouTube because
I wasn't making any money back then, man.
Yeah, but I knew who you were, and I was like, oh, this kid, he's writing all these Kindle books.
I was putting in the work. I was setting the foundations. I was setting the foundation. That was my first. We talked about that in your podcast. That was my first hustle. Was finding. You just find an opportunity in the market and capitalizing on it. I mean, find it, right? That's kind of what it is.
I mean, and I saw that, so I kept I kept my eye on you from that. You know what I'm saying? Like from way back then, and people don't see that part. You know, they want to say luck, right? But that's just some. You know, that's just some people say to mitigate the feelings of inferiorities they experience when a motherfucker's balling on them. You know what I'm saying?
It's just mental gymnastics people play.
You got
to. I think we all want to rationalize. Well, maybe not once you make the conscious decision. Because I can see someone making more money than me and be like, well, they're doing something better than me, right? There's some aspect of their business is better than mine if they're making more money than me. But a lot of people, most people, I would say, who don't break out of like the norm, they kind of like short circuit their brain when they see someone doing better than them, and they immediately. Because I used to do this. You immediately start telling yourself a story. In college, I'd see dudes hooking up with hot girls when I was still a virgin, and I'd be like, yeah, but that girl's a hoe, or she's gonna cheat on him, or like that guy's annoying. Like I wouldn't hang out with that girl. And like we don't even realize it. We tell ourselves these stories that in the moment make us feel like I'm not inferior to that other guy.
Yeah, you got to mitigate the feelings of inferiority because otherwise you got to believe, oh, this person's better than me.
It's a pill to swallow until you start just realizing that's the world, man. There's always someone better than
it's me. Like when you guys were fucking making way better YouTube videos than me with the drones and shit.
I was flying the drone this morning. I got to show you some dope shots in Miami.
Yeah. See, I ain't flying with drone here yet. I mean, he's still outdoing me. But it's like yo, he's better than me at this. But I was like, okay, what can I do? Right? I don't think about I try to never think about what I can't do. I think about what I can do, right? And I never let what I can't do stop me from doing what I can do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I knew I had all these disadvantages, and I knew, that, I like you said, I had one hand behind my back, right? I had to support a family at the same time I'm doing this. And I just looked at it like a challenge, like it was going to make honestly, that's how I looked at it. Like my dad didn't leave me no inheritance, no money. There was nothing. He just left a fucking mess, right? And I was like, what he did leave me though was a better story than if he just kept making more millions and then I did this, right? I feel like okay,
the hero story.
Yeah, he left me the hero story, but I had to still execute it.
You know what I'm saying? You had to turn it into a story.
I had to turn it into the story.
Beginnings of the story.
Yeah, so it was like I kind of thought about that the whole time. I was like, all right, this is it, I know the consistency is undefeated. If I stay consistent for as long as it takes, I will fucking win. And it'll make my story better. I just had that in my mind. Think about the pursuit of happiness. Really, what did he do? Became a stockbroker, right? Yeah. Motherfuckers do that all the time. It's not news, right? But because he had to go through so much, they made a Hollywood movie, and they had starring one of
it's only because of how shitty it was at the beginning. That's the only reason about it.
Right? So so anybody who's struggling right now or going through something, the worse it is, the better the story. You know what I'm saying? The better the story you have. And I think that you should embrace that and like it's like a reframe. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think the top 3 or 5 changing points, decisions were? Because you've had a true rags to riches story.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think the top 5 decisions you made were?
Top 5? Some of them. In no particular order.
Yeah.
The first one is just like a fucking serious work ethic, like legit Terminator style work ethic. And I think I learned that from my mom and my dad, right? Because my mom worked real hard. Like I told you, she would wake me up and we walk to preschool at 6 in the morning. I'd be the first kid there. Yeah. Sometimes I go there and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And then she'd get on the fucking bus and go to work. And then she worked on Saturdays too, right? And then I didn't even see my dad a whole lot when I was younger because he was working so hard. Right.
So it was choosing like I can work like that too.
Yeah, I think it was just ingrained in me. I think it's just work ethic and then just not giving up. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a part of me that just, there are things I've given up on, but it was more like I changed my mind or I found an opportunity that I felt like was better. There's a difference. It's okay to
change courses, the course correct.
That's fine, right?
No, I think that's my number one thing. You asked me my habits yesterday. I didn't say this one, but I think my number one habit is always telling myself, I don't have control over shit.
Yeah.
But I do have control over I'm just gonna keep fucking doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna find a way.
That's beautiful, right? Because it's the determination. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, I call them try babies. And what they do is, man, they trying shit to see if it works, right? And soon as they fail,
they're looking for the fail. Almost.
Yeah. So they're trying a bunch of different shit, and soon as something fails, they quit, right? They try babies, right? But me, I was like, no, I'm going to fail until I win.
I think those people, and I used to do this, they're looking for evidence that it's not going to work for me, but that won't work for me because of X, Y, Z.
Yeah,
that's not gonna. They just find the reason in the advice. You even see that. I see it in my videos in the comments. Oh, this will be cool, but I live in Zimbabwe or some
shit
no
country.
It's gonna work for me.
Yeah, if man,
and there's differences. There's differences, bro.
Yeah. They somebody has some advantages that you don't have, right? I always looked at it like this: it's people who have advantages that I don't have, and that means I have to work harder than them. So I work harder than them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it.
Yeah, I used to always, when I started, just want to get put on by a sponsorship of Gymshark or some company, and then that'll make my audience. Yeah. And I think it's a blessing that none of that ever happened because it gave me an attitude of I'm gonna fucking do this on my own. Yeah. I don't need to collab with anyone. I don't need anyone to give me a shout out. I don't need anyone to put me on to their sponsorship. I'm just gonna do this myself. I took pride in that.
I aggressively said no to all that shit on my come up because I was just I don't know. I just had this fucking dickhead attitude. Nah, I'm gonna do it myself. I'm gonna start my own shit. It was. I don't know. It was just the attitude I had. I said no to a bunch of. I don't want to shit on nobody's brand or nothing, but I said no unless I knew the owner personally. Maybe I'd endorse their shit, but I would never be a legit. I'm not the guy with the fucking protein shake, some other kind of products. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I just never wanted to do that. I wanted to build it myself. And here's another thing. When you said 5, another thing that helped was I never had the attitude of looking for a big home run. I think people are always looking for big home runs. Man, if I could just get this collab with this person, or if I could just get this thing, then everything will work out. I kind of knew that wasn't how it worked.
I've been afraid of a big home run because I'm afraid if I get a big home run, I can lose it that fast.
Yeah.
I'd rather each year see my income just slightly increase. If it does that over 3, 4, 5 years, that's probably gonna keep happening now.
Yeah. Think about the Grand Canyon, right? The Colorado River built that super slow with just water going down, right? But it's a huge, one of the wonders of the world. But it was super slow over a long period of time. So I just figured if I get up every day and put in as much work as I can, do all that can be done each day, then it'll make it impossible to fail, right? And now this will probably be number 3 or 4, whatever we're on, is most people look at their goals, they approach them in a way where they say, what do I need to do to accomplish that goal? But I look at my goals as what kind of effort do I need to put in to make failure impossible? Right? You know what I'm saying? It's a different mindset.
Yeah.
And if you do that, and then if you list that out, or this is what I need to do to make failure impossible, and then you do it, then it takes away a lot of the fear,
Yeah, no, I agree.
Overdo it.
I always focus on the weekly metrics of things. I know if I upload my 2 videos a week, the views are gonna go up and down. but that long-term consistency is going to pay off. Assuming that I'm not just like uploading stupid ass video after stupid ass video. Like I got to, if the views are going down, you got to take a step back. All right, what's like the strategy is to change? Yeah.
Yeah, and stay super consistent, with it. Like super consistent.
Or with the clothing brand, we're going to drop every other month. There's going to be a new drop because of that pace. We can be testing new product categories, testing ads on different products. But like if I would go 6 months without a job, it's like, well, how can we make money if there's no inventory?
Yeah. You got to show up every day for your goal. It's kind of like fitness is. I think also fitness helped me think about success, right? Because there's no like quick thing. There's no overnight shit. There's no quick way you realize that.
Yeah.
It's just showing up every day, right?
At first, maybe you hope for it, right? Because when you first get started, you see some of the fake natty dudes, and you're like, I'm gonna be looking like that in 6 months. But then you work out for like a year, and you're like, okay, I look better.
Yeah.
But no one's about to mistake me for a bodybuilder.
Yeah. And then overdoing it, right? Like, a lot of people accuse me of being on steroids when
You're on TRT now.
I'm TRT now, right? I did it like after you, man. I follow your footsteps as usual. Yeah. But I was legit natural before that. I know a lot of people don't believe that, and that's cool. But what they also don't believe is, okay, here, I'm gonna show you why I was able to look the way I look natural is I keep this on me at all times. Like, how many people seriously?
None.
Who weigh everything they eat and been tracking it in MyFitnessPal, everything. You give me any day over the last 10, 15 years. I'll tell you exactly what I ate, how many calories it was, how many macros, and how many calories I burnt that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, if you do that for a decade, you're going to get results that are above average,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to get results above that, but people can't even, there comes a point where if you're consistent and you show up and like overdo it, I mean, like, don't just do this shit, like overdo it for a decade or two, right? There'll come a point where you'll get results that people won't be able to fathom, right? You know what I'm saying? And they'll have to say it can't be done.
It's lucky.
It's lucky. Steroids. You're cheating, or, he got, lucky, or anyone go, if I was him, blah, blah, blah. And
well, you've always had an impressive physique.
Yeah.
But like people who are in like serious gear, like, their delts and stuff just like look different, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at you, you're fucking jacked, bro. You have an amazing physique. And you're on TRT now, but like someone who's been like blasting gear, the skin just has like a different quality to it almost. Bro. Not to make this about fake nails.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen. Yeah. It's cool, man. Like I'm secure in myself, so like they can say whatever they want, but it's I'm telling you, consistency for 10 years, you'll be good at anything.
I tracked calories obsessively for 5 years, and I feel like after that, like I kind of understand what I got to eat to gain weight, to lose weight. I respect you like taking it to that degree. I don't think your physique would look much different. I feel like if you go to the restaurant and you're trying to maintain weight, you probably order the same shit whether you weigh it or not at this point.
I'm a psycho though, right? It becomes like a habit, and I don't know what it's like to just eat food without tracking it. Like I don't remember what that's like. So it doesn't even seem like a burden to me. It's like brushing your teeth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, you got to brush your teeth every day, twice, and floss. Man, I ain't doing all that work. Yeah. And it's like, no, it's just like that for me. Once you do anything for a certain amount of time, it just becomes who you are. Like I can't. I don't even remember what it's like. I don't feel like I'm missing out on nothing. It's just who I am. It's nothing.
What's your experience been on TRT?
Oh,
I get because I made that whole series of videos. Obviously, you saw.
Yeah,
that's still one of the main questions I always get. People always coming to me for TRT advice. I'm not a doctor, bro, but I have been doing. But I'm curious what your experience has been.
Oh man, it's been phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? It's been phenomenal.
So you started when you were 37,
38.
How come you saw it started?
I was getting tired, bro. Like I was just was lacking energy, and I went to the doctor. Any kind of blood tests. To run all the tests, and that's the only thing that really came back. And who knows why? It could have been, maintaining a strict diet for fucking 2 decades may have contributed. Staying extra lean for that long. And
you're also 38.
Yeah. I mean, your testosterone drops when you're 30. Plus I'm doing wild shit like before shows or expo. I'm like dehydrating myself crazy with like Epsom salt. Scalding hot water baths. I don't know. Maybe all that shit takes effect on you. Yeah. But you're 38, and then I thought, well, maybe it's because I'm on keto, right? Yeah. But then I've read studies that say keto raises your testosterone, but I started eating carbs to try to fucking counteract it. And I was more tired.
And what happened after you started TRT? What were the changes you saw?
Oh man, it was like almost immediately my energy was back. You know what I'm saying? Like almost immediately my energy was back. I got the energy of my 20s, and that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That was the main reason. That was the main reason I did it. You know.
And in terms of like gains and stuff in the gym,
I probably gained more muscle. What I do notice is easier for me to stay like ripped.
Yeah.
And dieting, I don't know. I get more ripped fast when I diet. Maybe because when you're natural and you're cutting, your testosterone might naturally drop, but it doesn't happen when you're injecting it. Yeah. So and I feel better when I'm dieting.
Yeah. What I noticed was like, and I think this happens to most people, their like set weight maybe increases by like 5 to 10 pounds. You just hold like 5 to 10 pounds more muscle. If you gain weight, you hold it a little bit better.
Yeah.
If you lose weight, you don't look as maybe like emaciated. Like it makes everything like 5% or 10% better.
Yeah, I would like hover between 190 and 200 before then. Now I hover around 200 to 210.
So like 10 plus 10 pounds.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Give or take. I'm 6'2".
Okay, yeah, because I'm 5'11", so it was that 3 inches difference.
Yeah.
And I think before I would hover around 170 to 180, and then at first I went all the way up to like 200 once I started the test. But then now I probably, before it was 170, 180, yeah, right now it's probably 180, 190, same thing.
Yeah. So I didn't notice a huge muscular difference, like, you know, what people expect, but 5 to 10 pounds, give or take, is...
No, that's something.
That's something,
especially after you've been training for 10 years, 12, 15 years, for you maybe even 20 years.
20 fucking 5 years.
Yeah. It was like, for me, it was just like I experienced newbie gains again for the first 6 months.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was kind of just level. And then not too much changed after that.
It's easier to stay lean, and I feel better when I'm cutting. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. And I probably got a little bit more size, you know, just a little bit more size. Nothing like too drastic though, you know. Yeah.
So back in the day, you were and you probably still are friends with the RSD guys.
Yeah, those are my guys,
For
man.
the people listening, Real Social Dynamics, they were some of the OGs of like dating advice, but I'd say they were the first ones who made it. Some people still consider them maybe weird at the beginning, but they made it a little bit less weird than like Mystery Method and the guys like the old school pickup artists before them. And I watched all their stuff, and you collabed with a lot of them. I know you're friends with Owen, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, Owen's like a big brother to me. He was like a big brother, like mentor in like life. You know, like if I try not to bother him, but if I have a real issue, you know what I'm saying, I come to him. And when I was first started to scale up in the business, you know, getting past the $1 million mark and getting into multiple millions and hiring more people, I would come to him for advice because he had a bunch of employees and they were making like 8 figures and shit, you know? So he had already experienced some of the stuff that is not in books. You get what I'm saying? Like some of this, like, because most business books are like, okay, how to make $1 million or how to get 100,000 a year.
But they had done it. They were some of the first people to do it on a big scale in like what seems like a systemized way from social media to course or to 100%. Coaching. Now for you, I don't know what your dating life was like back in the day. Now you have a kid.
Yeah.
And then you have a girlfriend now, right?
Right.
She's not the mother of that kid.
No.
Okay. What do you... I feel like we're in a space where like there's a lot of different like competing voices in, you can call it the red pill space, but there's also this return to traditional values where there's people who still maybe push a little bit of hookup culture on men. You need to get out of your system, which I kind of agree with. But obviously some people maybe glorify it to like that should be your priority.
Yeah.
There's the other into people who are now more like wait for marriage, wait for that one girl. What do you think is like an ideal path for a guy to take in his dating life?
You know what, man? I look back at the period of my life where I was, you know, with a lot of women, right? And I look at it as kind of a waste, you know, maybe. Because I know guys who are younger than me who have like 10 times as much money. Like legit 10 times as much money, you know? And that's because when I was out here fucking all these chicks and shit,
which period
grinding.
Was that for you?
Okay, so the military school.
Like, what was your whole phase as a man?
Now I'm about to tell you, man. The military school I went to was all boys, right? So when I got out, I was 17 when I went to college, right? And I was I just went crazy. My college, I went to Howard University, and there was 12 girls to every guy.
Oh damn!
But then you got to remember, there's fucking gay guys and fat guys, so it's really like for eligible guys.
Like
there's
20
really
girls. Or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So man, I probably
Is that why you went there?
Yo. Fun fact, that's why I went there. I got accepted to a bunch of different schools. So I took my SATs the first time on LSD. It's not advice. It was an accident. I was still on it.
SAT, LSD, three letters each.
I didn't know how long. I didn't know it lasted that long. So I took it the night before with some friends.
You sleep that night?
No. And then I went and took the SATs that morning, and man, I fucking killed that shit. I don't remember the score off the top of my head because it was like 5 years ago, but
it went well.
Yo, super high, right? And then I was like, fuck, imagine what I could do if I take this shit sober. And I was not able to replicate those results.
Wait, why did you take it again sober?
Because I was like, oh man, if I can do this shit high,
you were just willing to see.
Because I was, I was a smart kid, right? Yeah. Like I didn't even study or nothing, and I got like a 3.5 average, like no studying, like zero, you know. And
that was me, man. I'd be doing my homework for class as soon as they gave it. I was like, I'm gonna finish this before they ring.
Word. I just did the homework, and I was like, I ain't studying at all. And then 3.5 plus a crazy score while doing like all the sports. So I got accepted to a lot of college, Michigan State, DePaul University.
What sports you play in high school?
Football, basketball, and I ran track.
In college, did you play any?
Nah, because I was like, I'm not. Yeah. I don't think I was good enough to be.
What position of football?
I played DN and tight end. So I was always on the field. Yeah.
Were you 6'3" in high school?
I've been this height since I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's when I stopped growing.
In basketball, like power forward or?
Basketball, man. I was like power forward, but they moved me around a lot, you know. Yeah. And
what type of because I played basketball. That was my main sport. What was your like playing styles as a basketball player?
Oh man,
super off topic.
Super Dennis Rodman. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in there.
You punch someone in the mouth.
Yeah, I would. If they you fouled like one of my players. We had this kid who was like really good. This white kid named Tony Marino, Italian dude. He was super good at basketball, and he was like our star player. So if they would start hacking him, I was like, oh, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So I probably led the league in fouls and ejections.
That's the teammate that everybody wants on the team, though, man.
I was real Draymond Green.
Draymond Green.
Yeah, that was my style.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason I said Dennis Rodman because I think I had I led the team in rebounds and shit. Like I was really good at boxing out, anything aggressive.
Yeah.
I didn't even care if I scored, bro. I was like, I want to get the most rebounds, and the guy I'm guarding is not gonna fucking have a fun night. Like that's
the perfect teammate, man. That's the perfect teammate. And in track, what
I would get mad when they passed me the ball.
I was
like, man, that's not what I'm here for.
I'm gonna get the rebound and give it back to you.
I'm here to foul and rebound. I used to take this shit called Rip Fuel. Yeah. It was a supplement brand called Twin Labs.
Is it like a pre-workout?
It was like before pre-workout existed. So
caffeine.
It was caffeine. It was a fat burner, right? But it just had a bunch of caffeine.
Caffeine IV hooked up.
I love caffeine. So I've been taking this shit since I was a kid, and I would take that shit before the game. I'm foul. I didn't care if I fouled out. I looked at it like a badge of honor. I was like, yeah, man, that's what I'm here for. My play style was a lot like Draymond Green.
Okay, I mean that's what I would have guessed. That's what I would have guessed.
I didn't even want the ball, bro. I would get mad if they passed it to me.
In track, because I ran track, I did a 200 meter. You look like, I don't know, high jump or what?
Nah, I ran the 1 and the 2.
The 1 and the 2.
Yeah.
I like the 2.
I went to
the 4 was too much, man. It gets too winded with that.
Yeah.
And then the 1 I wasn't fast enough, but the 2 I was fast enough and I had enough like endurance that I could win some.
I went to the state championship for the 200, but I lost.
Yeah.
And I was also inducted into the National Art Society. A lot of people don't know that. Like I could draw and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I could draw. I play keyboard, drums, and the guitar. I play a lot of instruments.
Yeah, I saw the guitar last night. Yeah. I don't know what the term is. Yeah, you're a multifaceted man.
Yeah, you know what, man?
Do you think that contributes to success? Like dabbling 100%. In a lot of different things? But some people would be like, oh, but then you're like, what do you say? Like jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah. But what it is at some point you got to focus. But, I have all these different dots I can connect, right?
This is the Steve Jobs.
Yeah, something like that, right? He's
like you can't connect the dots going forwards, but you can connect them going backwards.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. It's music especially music. It shows that it raises your IQ, especially in a child. So I think that contributed to a lot of success. Plus, but creativity, right? Because business is problem solving, right? Like you needed microphones for this podcast. So Shure solved that problem for you, right?
Yeah.
You needed something to record it on. So Rode solved that problem with the Rodecaster, right? You needed cameras to record on. So Sony solved that problem for you, right? And you exchange currency for that,
Yeah.
right? So business is problem solving, and the more creative you can be to solve these problems, the better, right?
The more
So,
angles you can attack it from.
yeah, so I have like all these different reference points that maybe someone who with a less eclectic background may not have, you know.
Did you say you programmed your first website as well?
Yeah.
Is that HTML or?
Yeah, I was using HTML. There was a program called Dreamweaver
I remember.
back in the day,
remember, yeah.
and you it was kind of what you see is what you get, but also you can do HTML. So I was doing like a little bit of both.
Or like the CSS,
Yeah.
like styling and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. This like geniuses in my family. This is what the only like real advantage I can say lucky is.
Things seem to come quick to you.
Yeah, I can pick up anything. You know, like I don't know. I really feel like I can pick up. Man, I taught myself how to edit videos, websites, play guitar. You know,
There's something to that though, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the mindset I had when I got started was I'm gonna do everything. I wanted to be I didn't even want employees at the beginning. I didn't want expenses. But that's me also being afraid of going broke. So I was like, I'm gonna build the website. I'm gonna film the videos. I'm gonna edit the courses. I'm gonna figure out how to run Facebook ads. I'm gonna create the ClickFunnels website. I'm gonna do all this shit. But I think guys need to experiment more when they're younger too. Because if I hadn't gone from like, let's say maybe an athletic childhood, because you get discipline from sports.
Yeah.
You also get mental toughness from sports.
and teamwork.
Excuse me. No, you're good. And then from there, I don't know how much I got from academics, to be honest. Because I'm kind of like, I just felt like I was just trying to like cheat my way, not cheat, but like minimal work through. Because I hated going to school. But then from the computer science, that gave me a lot of like the technical understanding that like when it came to like learning Premiere Pro and editing videos, it's like that, man. At that point, that came easy to me. And then I don't know. I think everything the personal training I think also allowed me to learn how to better like communicate and coach. Because like on camera and teaching people, you're also a personal trainer. You learn that like if someone's doing a squat wrong, you can't be like, well, you're doing X, Y, and Z wrong. You're like, hey, just like bring your hips back as if you're sitting down. Like you focus and you find like the one cue that you can coach.
Yeah.
So I think everything is like I wouldn't be here if I hadn't experimented a lot in my 20s.
I believe that, man. You know, like for me, it was a lot in high school and then in my 20s. And then I just had a real eclectic background, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had a lot of different experiences that I think contributed for sure, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, but what, we got off topic. What,
It was dating shit. I think.
dating shit. Yes, I was going to say. What do you think is the ideal path guys should go for right now, 2023?
I mean, honestly, when I was spending a lot of time with the RSD guys, and I would go to their events, I would see a lot of guys in there, and I was like, oh, some of you guys, some of these motherfuckers, some guys were they were regular guys, and they just wanted some more bitches, right? You know what I'm saying? But some of these guys were straight, like fucking dorks, right? Like, oh man, you got a lot of work to do, bro. You actually stink. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I be at some of the events and like
You can't dress
sometimes
yourself.
motherfuckers stink, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fuck, and they come up to me, oh Brandon, I see your content. I'm like, yo, bro, look at your teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you expect to get girls, man? How like you gotta listen. I think you should focus on yourself because no matter what game you get, like I'm not saying game's not important, but it's like, yo, the girl you want or anything you want in life, you gotta deserve it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta deserve it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and
But guys get butthurt about that. People don't want to hear that, man.
well, it's like that with everything.
They
It's like,
want to critique everything women are doing wrong, but then it's like, look, well, what are you just leaving hate comments in the comments, bro?
yeah.
Like,
It's like look at any goal you want. If you want to make money, you gotta have a skill set, right? You gotta provide value, right?
no one's just gonna hand you.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's anything.
some people
bro.
want that maybe, but yeah.
It's everything, and maybe because they see women get it, right? They see some like women get like if you a hot girl, listen, man.
Your life could be easy if you want it. It could be comfortable.
Yeah, I mean but I think guys don't take into account some of the shit that they have to worry about that we don't, right? Like nobody's gonna rape me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sending my location to my friends,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm afraid of what might happen if I'm on a date with a girl. So they have different challenges. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And you know, and if I get a job, it's probably because somebody thinks I would help them make more money, right? My skill set, but you know, I don't have to worry about them trying to fuck me for it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's they have different challenges that I think goes unnoticed, but they do have like easy shit. As far as the shit that we find difficult is easy for them, but they have to worry about shit that we don't have to worry about.
Yeah, and they also have a bit of a time clock, right? With men, we have
a countdown, baby.
We can get rich in our 40s and still experience plenty of women at that point. With them, once a girl gets past 35, man, she's not wifed up. It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough. I'm 40, man, and like, you know, the guys are watching this, man. The girls, I'm fucking curbing the bitches they jacking off to. You know what I'm saying? So I say they should focus on themselves and not on women. But that, again, I say that I've been through it, and even me saying that may be the domain of the privileged, right? Because
you can have it.
I've had it. I've done it, right? You know, so I do understand that part of it, right? Like my body count is like embarrassing. Right, it's past the point where it's like you get props for it. It's more like, oh, wait a minute, what's wrong with this motherfucker?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute, yo, wait a minute. That's even fucking like Myron and Fresh would probably be like, bro, that might be too much. Like it's I overdid it. That's what I do everything though. I overdo it. If
you
I'm
overdo
going.
it, then you find the
then you can scale back, right? Yeah. You know, but I look at all that and it just feels like, oh, it's just empty victories.
Yeah.
But I do understand that maybe
you're saying it from a place of privilege. No, yeah. Because some guys, you're telling them, hey, make money, focus on yourself. Like, I'm just trying to do that to get bitches at the end of the day. Like, if that's what the mindset is, it's hard to you can't really rewire someone's motivation.
But that's not a bad mindset, right? Like, okay, I don't care why you want to get it, right? Like, I wanted to get it to take care of my family, right? That's the main reason I wanted money.
Yep.
But, you know, I don't know, 50 Cent said, it's a song. It's called Rider Music. So it's 50 Cent's second album, The Massacre. And it's at the 2:15 mark. 50 Cent says, you hustling backwards if you chasing a bitch, stupid. Chase the money. They come with the shit. And a lot of guys will say, man, that's just the gold diggers. Somebody wants to type that right now. It's just the gold diggers. But I don't think there's a fucking woman alive who would, two guys, one being equal, they're going to pick the poorer of the one.
No,
right?
but it's,
you know?
I hate that bitter attitude because I understand it, that they're like, oh, I got to make money to get girls, but then at that point, all the girls I'm getting are after my money, and it's like a catch-22. I understand the logic there, but at the same point, like, I'm interested in a girl because she's hot as fuck, and she's like a pleasant person to be around. Girls are interested in guys. Obviously, looks matter, but to them, it's more also like that he could be like the provider and the protector, and like money is a direct indicator that this guy is confident and powerful and like has those qualities, right? Yeah. It's not necessarily every girl's like going on a date and trying to get a Gucci bag the second day. Yeah.
It's like on a subconscious level, they know that
it's like they pre-vetted you because you made money.
Yeah, and if they fuck around and have children with you, right? That children's gonna be in a better position to succeed because you have more resources, right? Like it's been like that since the beginning of time. Right? If you read Dr. David Buss's book, The Evolution of Desire, he did studies and reference studies from all cultures, from all different time periods. It's always been like that. It's not just gold diggers.
It's not just the woke females of 2023 all of a sudden decided that we're going to take all the men's money.
Yeah,
you're right. That's been.
They've always wanted. So you can either get mad about that, but you can get mad about it, but that's not going to change.
But it's also like, that's it, man. That's the game. You can play the game or don't play it, but don't be a fucking pussy and just whine about it.
You know, my problem with that mad attitude, what you're saying is true. I want to give you credit for that. That was smart. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like, yo, I feel like I'm more misogynistic than some red pills guys sometimes because they say I don't want a guy. I want a girl to like me for me. I hear that from red pill guys. And I'm like, I don't care what she thinks about anything. Least of all, what she thinks about me. I'm that nigga. I don't give a fuck about if some hoe thinks that I'm cool. It's like, oh yeah, a fucking toddler thinks you're so cool. Like, he don't know shit, man. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool, but yeah, it's like I'm not trying to get my validation from her. trying to get some pussy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to, I don't care why she likes me. But that's me. I'm a fucking weirdo psycho.
No, bro, this is the analogy. This is my favorite
You know?
analogy. The life's like you're baking a cake. The flour, the eggs, the core ingredients, that's like your career, your business, your fitness routine, your habits.
Yeah.
And females, they're literally like the icing that's a little design on the top of the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Maybe it tastes a little bit better, but like take that shit off of there and I still have a dope cake.
Yeah. I mean, listen. And also there is a thing, right? Even saying, oh, she's only gonna like me for money. Yo, that reeks of insecurity, right? Like, if I didn't have money, you think that the girl still wouldn't like the fucking 6'2", single-digit body, fat, muscular, fucking hilarious, charismatic, gangster ass motherfucker? You think she wouldn't like that guy anyway? Like, I always thought about, like, you'll see girls who will like, they'll still fuck a broke dude if he's the man.
Yeah,
right?
they might not be looking at him to be the husband, but they're still have sex with him.
Yeah, I'm like, and then or even like, I remember I used to fuck this bitch who was, she came over here from Colombia, right? She met some guy. He was a doctor in Manhattan, and he brought her over from Colombia when she was like 19, married her, right? And she was fucking me when I was broke, and she was just married him. I was like, what if I just became both those guys?
Yeah.
Then
it's game over. Yeah.
It's game over.
Yeah.
I'm both those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy who she would cheat with and the guy that she would want to be with. It's like if I work on myself, you can become every girl's fucking dream.
If you get the money and you also develop your looks, your fitness, your habits, your healthy mindset, then it's game over, regardless of women. But
But like, I don't care why you want to get money. You need to get money because my cousin, he was one of my best friends, man. We grew up together. We got sent to military school together. We went to the same college. Because we both got in trouble. We grew up a block away from each other. Like, we were super close. We lived in New York the same time. Then he moved here and I moved here. Super close, man. And he died in a car crash, right? Right. So imagine, like, he died, right? $20,000 he needed for the funeral in 3 days. What if I ain't had no money? Then what? What did I say? You know what I'm saying? What kind of man am I if I can't take care of one of my best friend's funeral, if I can't send him off right? And then I'm talking to his now he's got 2 kids though. One is 4, she just turned 5, but she was 4 at the time, and another is 7, right? They kids, man. I'm Uncle Brandon, right? Like they don't even have a father figure anymore, right? I'm hanging out with them all the time because they're here in Miami. I'm taking them to places, doing shit with them, trying to be there for them, to try to help fill that void. But, I'm talking to their mom. She's like, oh, yeah, income dropped, right, in half, right? He didn't have life insurance or nothing because he was still kind of a street dude. And she was like, oh, man, I'm paying for her school. The youngest one's private school has been a challenge. I'm like, yo, don't worry about it. I got it. What if I couldn't?
So what you're saying is money's not just to ball out and buy a bunch of fancy shit and drive a fancy car and live in the dopest apartment or house in the city. It can get you those things. But the real value is more when the shit hits the fan within your life or someone you loves, you can solve the problem.
Because I know that there's an amount of money. If I had it, I'd still have a dad. I know that. I don't know what that money is. Yeah, I don't know what that amount is, but I know there is an amount of money that if I had it, I still had a dad. And when that happened, I said, you know what? I will never be in that position again where I can't take care of the people who I care about if they need help. Right? I'm going to be the man. And I'll be able to take care of my family no matter what. And I'm doing that shit. When the pandemic came in New York, remember New York was like crazy lockdown.
I haven't been there since before the pandemic.
Yeah, it was wild, right? And New York was locked down before any other country city was locked down. And that's back when we were all, even the fucking right-wing conservatives were scared of the shit.
The first month or so, people, we don't know what's happening. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even Alex Jones and them were scared of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Even Fox News, everybody who says pandemic now was scared back then. Yeah. Right? Because we just didn't know.
No, it's spreading fast. It's coming. We don't know what the mortality rate is. Yeah.
She got laid off. His mom, my son's mom, got laid off. Now she's living in Queens. I'm in Manhattan. She got laid off. I'm like, yo, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. I got you, right? And I had a maid. I'm not a maid. A nanny that would come take care of my son. And he was like an infant. They were like best friends, right? Yeah. And I told her, listen, you stay home, you take care of your family, I'm still gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? My videographer, right? We weren't doing shit together. Like both of them, I was like, don't worry about it, we still gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? The employees we didn't need. And motherfuckers is laying people off. I said, I'm not laying off nobody. And I didn't pay myself in any of my businesses at the time. I didn't pay myself. I had enough bread stacked up. I didn't pay myself. I said, listen, everybody, all you do is take care of yourselves, take care of your families. We're going to ride this out. I'm going to make sure that everybody's in good shape. And that's what I did. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't taking money seriously. So everybody who says this shit, remember, other motherfuckers were laying people off, firing motherfuckers, right? Could you have taken care, if you didn't have money, could you have told your son's mom, don't even worry about it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think a lot of people need to hear that. I think a lot of people, when they give money, they're so afraid to lose it. They get so greedy, right? That they can't even experience the benefits of the money.
Yeah.
There's no benefit to having numbers on the screen.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some benefit, but because then you can use it for this stuff. But.
Yeah. And then people say something. You know what really bothers me is, man, you make all this money. It's more to life than live money. I just want to live life. I want to make enough where I can live life. I'm like, yo, that's the most selfish shit I ever heard. Because when they talk about living life, they're talking about recreation. They're talking about partying, getting high, getting drunk, you know what I'm saying? Fucking bitches and shit. Hedonism. Right? But that's not the only way to enjoy life. Some of us enjoy life by being able to push ourselves, seeing what we're made of, how far we can take it, like how much we can accomplish in the short time we're here on earth. Some of us find joy from that. If you only find joy in fucking drugs, parties, vacations, the worst part about that is that's the only way to find joy. Is you only experience little pockets of joy because you can't do that shit every day.
No, you experience Friday morning or whatever, Friday night, Saturday night. 1
or 2 vacations a year. You know what I'm saying? You're just living for the next dopamine hit, right? But a motherfucker who finds joy in accomplishing his goals,
seeing his kingdom grow,
seeing what he's fucking made of, man, then you can find joy every day by pushing yourself.
Yep.
They don't understand that I'm enjoying life more than them because I have a different association with pain and pleasure than they do. You know what I'm saying? It's like different.
It's a big perspective shift.
Yeah, and so it's like, and then when they say money's not important, it's like, no, you just don't. I mean, I'm happy you don't know how important it is. Yeah. Like I'm super happy you haven't experienced anything like that, right? It can be anything. When there's a disaster, I remember Hurricane Sandy. I was in New York. I was doing volunteer work. I used to do a lot of volunteer work in New York. People don't fucking give me I don't talk about that shit a lot and whatever. But I was helping out like families, and I was just like, and I remember thinking, if they had more money, this wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Right?
They could all help themselves.
Yeah. This guy's wife wouldn't be crying
when
we delivered him food if he had more money. You know what I'm saying?
I was in,
you know?
Like we were in Amsterdam a couple weeks back. Our flight got canceled last minute. We're on the flight. You're sitting on. It got delayed 2 hours, and we're sitting on the flight for 2 hours. And they tell you got to get off, and they were saying, "Oh, by the way, all the hotels are booked by the airport, so you guys got to figure it out." And whatever. I just open up Booking.com, whatever, find a hotel. Not a big deal. But I could see it in some of these people's faces. They're like, "I guess we're like sleeping in the airport tonight.
Yeah,
we don't have another option." You could see this like the agony in some of these faces.
And I'm not trying to clown those people, right? I'm just saying.
Not that that's the most serious problem ever, but it's an example of not having money to solve a simple problem.
If you had the money, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
That's why you got to take money seriously. The more you sweat during peace, the less you bleed during war. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, even when things are good, I'm still fucking hustling. Like, oh man, all you care about is money. No, dummy. All I care about is my family. Like, I want the best. Yeah. I want the best for my son. Let me tell you about my son, man. This dude. He's gonna be better than me. He's 5 years old. He reads at a second grade level.
Yep.
Does math at a second grade level. He took some like standardized state tests, top 2% in the state. Right.
Damn.
Fucking when he was 2 years old.
He's in Florida or New York?
He's in Georgia.
Oh, in Georgia.
Right. Yeah. Him and his mom moved to Georgia during the pandemic, and that's when I moved here because I didn't want to live in Georgia. But I was staying in New York for them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be by my son, but now I just fly there twice a month. You know what I'm saying? And think about that, right? If I didn't have the money, could I fucking fly? I get a hotel every time.
You'd be like trying to drive there or something.
Nah, man, I fly there first class every time, so it's not a big deal.
Yep.
And I come there, and he loves it. It's like anyway. And I'm at every one of his events. I just fly in, come back. You know, if I didn't have the money, I can do that. But anyway, I digress. It's the reason he's crushing these other little motherfuckers is because I had him tutors and shit since he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I sent him to like one of the best private schools in the fucking state. You know what I'm saying? Like I want the best for him.
Yep.
Like the best. It's different between I want, and the best costs money. So if I don't make fucking money as much as possible, I can't provide the best for him. Right? He wants to fly somewhere. Him and his mom, they need to go somewhere. First class, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's like I want the best for my son. I want the best for my mom. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like I pay all her bill. Mom, you ain't gotta worry about nothing.
Yep.
Right?
And if that's not the most important thing in life, like having our next, because I'm probably gonna be a father in a year or two here, but having our next generation.
Is that an announcement?
No, I've talked about it. But I feel like if that's, and not everyone wants to have kids, and that's fine, right? But I feel like for me, I feel a responsibility not only to have kids, but to give them the chance not just to have an enjoyable life, but to have a meaningful life where they're also now they're doing the same thing to the next generation.
Well, also, you're going to tell them kids. You're going to tell that kid. Say you have a boy. You're going to tell him you can have whatever you can do, be whatever you want. That's what people tell their kids, right? Yeah. And he's going to look at you. Yeah. And one or two things are going to happen, right? He's going to be like, "Wait a minute, is this all you wanted? Damn, you a bitch, right?" Or he's going to be like, "Man, that's bullshit. Look at you. Yeah. You ain't want to do this. Yeah, you ain't want to do. You doing this because you have to, right? Yeah. It's bullshit. He's not going to believe you when you say that, right? But because my dad actually did accomplish something, I believed it, right? Like that's the best gift he gave me. You get what I'm saying? The belief that you can change your life, right? Because the shit he said to me, I know was true, even though he fucking fucked up at the end. But I also know why he fucked up, because he was missing a piece. You know what I'm saying? He was missing a piece, and if I didn't see that, if he didn't, then I wouldn't believe him when he says you can do whatever you want. You can have it. I'm like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Look at you, right? You know, I'm gonna be a janitor too, right? You know, like for real.
No, it's true. We become our parents subconsciously. We mirror our parents, and we become our parents to some extent. But I think that's also a powerful thing, is being able to see, and you've done it. I've tried to consciously do it, being able to see, hey, what's the good thing about my parents to take, but what's maybe the bad things to change. Because most people don't consciously have that thought process.
Yeah, you can learn both. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some things about my dad that just like, all right, I know that. That's not what I want.
Traps to avoid.
Yeah, man. And same for my mom, you know, like, but they all try to take the good and learn from the bad. I also think, like, how you gonna have influence over them if you're not the man, especially a boy, right? It's like, I know this guy. I knew him for like years since I was a kid, right? And we keep in touch. But he was telling me about his son. He's like not really listening to him, not taking advantage, and I was like, bro, of course he's not gonna listen to you, man. You fat. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no bread. You driving a fucking used Toyota. And I wasn't trying to say that to be mean. I was just like, yo, your life is not aspirational. So he's not gonna listen. You're not as influential to him as motherfuckers who are living an aspirational life, right? This is why motherfuckers like Tate and these get so big, because their life is aspirational. So like you listen to somebody who's saying this shit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I'm thinking, and Tate's my man. I knew him since before he got famous, man. It's like it was like a kind of wild to see. Like I've known him since 2018. Yeah. Like we hung out before in Atlanta, me, him, and his brother. But anyway, it's like people look at that, kids look at that, and okay, this person is better than my dad. I'm gonna listen to him. You know what I'm saying? But by certain metrics, better, right? Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, I need to be the man, if I'm going to be influential over this kid. You know what I'm saying?
All right, ready? So to wrap up here, I'm going to tell you 5 words or 5 things, and I want you to just tell me the first word that comes to mind. All right. It's a little game to finish up, all right?
All right, cool.
Southside Chicago.
Home.
Andrew Tate.
My dog.
Prada.
Okay, I gotta tell you about Prada. I gotta go more of that, because I used to work at the Prada store doing security, and I used to always just think, man, I wonder what it's like to have this kind of disposable income, to just be buying shit, you know. And so now, when I buy shit from there, it's just kind of like there's something, you know. It's like, man, I dreamt about this, like I imagined this. Now it's happening, and it's like it's special. Some about that is always special to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's special. Father.
It's my most important job. You know what I'm saying?
In Miami.
I'm temptation. Like, yeah, no, Miami really, you know, had I not been the disciplined person I am, and I moved here, you know, I know I would indulge in like women, nightlife, you know, excuse me, you know, and a bunch of other shit, you know. But when I came down here, I brought my girl from New York. You know, I literally brought sand to the beach, right? And because I wanted to stay focused, you know, so I can. I'm not out here chasing dopamine, chasing all that shit. I'm chasing victory. You know what I'm saying? I came here to chase victory, not dopamine. So, but you gotta have sex with somebody, right? So I make sure. My girl, she's super dope. You know what I'm saying? So I found like somebody super dope, and I brought her with me instead of like trying to split plates or shit.
Yeah, that's real.
That shit, yeah.
That's reality. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate having you on, man. I'll drop links to your YouTube, your Instagram in the description. Anything else you want to mention?
I got a free course. It's legit free, right? I don't need your money. It's not a funnel where you're gonna be asked to buy shit. It's legit free, right? It's called Baller Mindset, and it breaks down like a lot of the stuff I was talking about here, and really step by step. It's like, I don't know, 40, 50 videos on step by step on how to like really come up. You know what I'm saying? From being broke where I was to like really, really balling, and not like balling like a dork. Oh, I invest all my money, but like still like enjoying the money, but having enough where you can like really take care of your family responsibilities and be the fucking, and be the role model that you want your kids to be. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
We'll drop that link in there as well.
For sure.
Smart balling.
Yeah, my man.
Oh no. Nothing worse than a bad dad. There we go. We cleaned it up.
For sure. All right.
All right.
Peace.